Hi there, in this tutorial we will learn how to create a 3D glass mockup in Adobe Photoshop. So let's take a look how you will create a 3D glass mockup in Adobe Photoshop. So at first we have to open our exercise file. So let's open our exercise file from file menu, and from there we will click this open option. Inside our exercise file you will get this mockup folder, and inside the mockup folder you have to select this background image and then you have to click open. So here is our image, and right now we will use the type tool. So here is the type tool, and let's write some text in here, and you can use some different color as your text color instead of white or black. So we are using this color, and let's type some text. I want to write logo mockup. Logo mockup. Okay, so here is a tick mark. You can use this tick mark, or you can hit Ctrl and Enter button from your keyboard. And right now we will distort this text, but before that we have to convert this text layer into a smart object. So therefore we have to right click on here, and then we will get this convert to smart object option. So you can take a look, our text layer is converted into smart object, and now we have to press Ctrl or Command T from our keyboard, and right now we will use the distort transform option, and therefore we have to click the edit menu, and from there we will go for transform option, and from there we will go for distort option. So let me click this distort option, and we have to place this text in this way. Okay, so here is a tick mark, or you can hit the enter button from your keyboard. Now we have to duplicate this logo mockup layer, so therefore we have to right click on here, and then we will get this duplicate layer option. So you have to click this duplicate layer option, and I want to write shadow. Okay, and then we have to click OK, and we have to place this shadow layer under the logo mockup layer. So you just have to place this shadow layer under the logo mockup layer. Okay, cool. Now we have to work with this shadow layer, and we will use the blending option for shadow layer. So therefore you just have to select this shadow layer, and you have to right click with your mouse right button, and then you will get this blending options. Okay, so at first we have to use the color overlay. So here is the option for color overlay, and you have to use the black color as our color overlay, and you should have to use the normal blend mode. And now we will go for drop shadow option. Okay, so we have to change the settings for drop shadow. I think opacity seems quite low, and we have to increase the opacity. We can go for 75%, and we have to increase the distance. So let's increase the distance for 25 pixel, and you can take a look, the effect of drop shadow is applied to this text. And let's increase the percentage of spread. Let's keep for 15%, and let's increase the size. I think 15 pixel will be great. Okay, so let me click OK, and right now we will add a group in here inside the layer panel. So you have to select this shadow layer and then you have to click this group option. So let me click on this group option and you can take a look. A new group is added inside the layer panel and we have to rename this group. So you just have to double click on here and let me write shadow. Okay, and we have to move this shadow layer inside the group. So let's do that. You just have to drag and drop this shadow layer inside the shadow group. So let me close the shadow group and you can take a look, the shadow layer placed inside the shadow group. And right now we have to select this shadow layer and we have to duplicate this shadow layer for 3 or 4 times. So we will use the shortcut key from our keyboard, and to duplicate this shadow layer you have to press Ctrl or Command J from your keyboard. And you can take a look, after duplicated this shadow layer, the depth of a shadow is increasing inside this text. So let's do that for 3 or 4 more times. Okay, looks good. So let me close the shadow folder, shadow group, and now we have to work with the logo mockup layer. And we have to use the blending option for this logo mockup layer, and therefore we have to right click on here and then we will go for blending options. Okay, we will add bevel and emboss for this text. So let's change the parameter. We have to increase the depth. So let's increase the depth. I think 150% will be great. And let's increase the size. Okay, 10 pixels seems good. And let's increase the soften. Okay, 2 pixels seems good. So we have to place the inner bevel as our style, and we will use 150% for depth, and we will use 10 pixel for size and 2 pixel for soften. And you can take a look now, it really looks good in here. And let me click OK. Right now we will work with the effect part, and for that we have to place an image from our exercise file. So let's place an image from our exercise file. So please make sure this logo mockup layer is selected, and we will go for file menu, and from there we will go for place embedded option. And inside our mockup folder you will get this text effect image, and you have to click place by selecting that text effect image. So you can take a look, and you have to place this text effect image carefully, because we have to cover this logo mockup text by this text effect image. So let me click on this tick mark, and now we have to make this text effect layer as a clipping mask. So we have to right click on here, and then we have to use this create clipping mask option. So you can take a look, this text effect image is now applied like an effect on this text, and now it really looks awesome. So this is the simple process for creating a 3D glass mockup in Adobe Photoshop. And right now we will check how it's look like if we placed a different logo or some different shapes or text inside this mockup PSD file. So therefore we have to double click on this logo mockup layer. We have to double click on here, and let's turn off this logo mockup layer, and let's draw some custom shapes. So here is the custom shapes option, and let's use this registered shapes because it looks like a logo. Okay, looks good. and we have to save this logo mockup.psb file. So therefore we have to click the file menu, and from there we will go for save option. And now we have to take a look our output file in here in this tab. Okay, you can take a look. This is the output of register shape inside our mockup file. And if you want to turn off the text effect, you can turn it off, and now it's have the actual color of text. And if you want to turn on, then you just have to click on here. Okay, so let's add some more shapes. So let me click on here. Here is the bird shape. Let me draw a bird shape, and I don't want to use this color. I will go for a green color. Okay, so here is the green color, and let me draw a bird. Okay, and let's draw some more shapes. So here is the grass. Let me use this grass. Okay, now we have to save this PSB file. Here is the file menu, save option, and let's take a look the output. Okay, so here is the output, and if you want to turn off the text effect, you can turn off, or if you want to keep the same text effect, you can turn on. So this is how you will create a logo mockup, 3D logo mockup in Adobe Photoshop. So see you in next lesson.